The only people who don't want to disclose the truth are people with something to hide.
I'm going to bring on Mr. Gallup. Hello, Carl, and welcome to the show.
Well, thank you so much for having me.
I talked to Mike earlier, and he said you have a little bit of information for us and some updates.
Yes, I can tell you that I have been in contact with Mike Zullo every day. Goodness, for the last several weeks, but was on the phone with him again today. And I'm going to have to speak very generally because, of course, we're reserving the details, hopefully, for a congressional investigation, some type of criminal proceedings. But I can tell you this. Mike Zullo, Sheriff Arpaio, Cold Case Posse, continuing to get new information, continuing to get new leads, continuing to get other people who are offering information and evidence. Just in the last couple of days, there have been some exciting developments and to strengthen the case. And it's pretty amazing what we continue to find as we move forward. So I just want your audience to know that even though this seems to be taking an excruciating amount of time for, the average person sitting out there just waiting by the internet news source every day or the blog talk radio source every day to find out what's happening, I can assure them that this is moving forward. New information is being garnered, I don't want to give away too much, but the bottom line is it's moving forward. Now, I do want to emphasize this. It's important to know, people have been asking Mike Zullo, myself, and others, if this criminal information, this investigation we have, if the information is being distributed among several sources in case of an emergency or in case of someone passing away or an accident happening, something like that. And the answer is yes.
Happening.
Well, yeah, I didn't want to say that, but yeah, something like that. I mean, no accusations there. It's just that Breitbart, supposedly had some really, really condemning information, and then poof, he's gone. So yeah, that's where that.
There's been a few of those. There's been a few of those. They're almost as long as Hillary and Bill Clinton's list.
I know. But anyway, the answer to the question is yes. Every precaution is being taken. The information, all of the criminal information investigation has been spread out to several unnamed and unknown to anyone else, trusted sources and individuals, plus the information has been secreted away in several locations with only a few people knowing where that information is, so that, if somebody got really stupid and decided to try to marginalize or set aside or hurt or take out somebody with this information, there will be 2 or 3 popping up the very next day with the very same information. So, yes, we've taken every precaution on that. Mike Zullo's not playing with this. And it's like we've told your audience and every other audience, either we will eventually get this before a congressional investigation, as congressmen are promising us that they're moving towards, or if something happens that cannot happen, maybe it's not allowed by the powers that be, maybe congressmen begin to fall away from it, even though they've promised us. I mean, we've seen that happen before. But the bottom line is, even if the very worst case scenario happens and it doesn't come to Congress, then Mike Zullo and I and several others, we will take all the information and we will release it to the world in every single venue that we have available to us at that time. We're hoping that that's not the way we have to do it, but if we do, we will, because I believe that once the world sees what we know and what selected top law enforcement officials across the nation have now seen and what selected congressmen have now seen, everyone that has seen it I mean, attorneys, constitutional attorneys, sheriffs, police chiefs, congressmen, everyone that has seen it, not a single one of them has disputed what we have. Not a single one of them have said, well, that doesn't make sense. Every one of them have been infuriated. Every one of them have been angered by, how can this be? How could this have happened? So this is some very, very condemning information that Mike Zullo has. So it will be released one way or the other. We're just asking people to be patient and prayerful.
Yes, and I'll tell you, we can pray all we want, but until we actually get off our butt out from behind the computer and actually take action and help get this handled, we're going to be stuck. Prayer helps, but action's even better.
Well, yeah, and I don't know that, I come from a distinctly biblical worldview, so I don't know that I would say action is even better than prayer, but I'm not trying to parse your words. No, you're right. You've got to pray, then you've got to put your feet to your prayers, and you have to engage yourself. Yes, you have to engage yourself, and you have to stay engaged. And so, I think a lot of people are beginning to do that. I can assure you, those of us, Mike Zullo, myself, Sheriff Arpaio, other investigative members of the cold case posse and people that they are employing, digital document experts, Congress people, people that have been looking at this, we're moving forward and we're working, and it's every day. And Mike Zullo, bless his heart, it's day and night for him. And I'm telling you, there's some exciting things that have happened just in the last couple of days. I wish I could share the details, but of course we have Obama operatives listening to us every time we go to the radio, so we just cannot reveal that. But yeah, we got to get engaged. One way is for your audience to get that sheriff's kit, at the website. Where's Obama's birth certificate.com. Yeah, we got to get that sheriff's kit and be prepared to present that.
Speaking of that sheriff's kit, my next caller who we're going to have on this evening is Mickey Booth. I don't know if you're aware of Mickey confronting her congressman at a town hall and the things that have transpired since then.
Yes, I'm very aware of that. And as a matter of fact, I had Mickey, I've got a radio show, and I had Mike Zullo on, and we were talking about that, and Mickey called into the show. So, I've had her on. We've discussed it over the air, and, I'm very aware of it.
Well, I'd like to bring Mickey on if you could stay on for a few more minutes here, Carl, and maybe we can let her tell us what's going on.
I'm so sorry. Actually, I can't. I had told Mike earlier that I could only be on for 10 minutes. I'm headed out to another engagement now. I've got 50 people waiting on me, and I'm already a little bit late. I wished I could, but I just can't today.
Well, thank you for coming on and for, giving us the update. And I hope that we hear some great breaking news from one of the normal news media sources. I doubt it, but it's worth a shot.
I know. Well, we're working hard at that, and I appreciate it. And, again, I wish I could be more specific, but I can assure you that I'm being as truthful as I can be. And I was on the phone with Mike Zullo today, and there is still some forward movement and some breaking movement in this that's very exciting. So we're working hard, and we're moving forward. So everybody stay engaged and stay prayerful.
And thank you for all that you have done.
Thank you. God bless you.
The only people who don't want to disclose the truth are people with something to hide.